Hello everybody, it's your girl Bria Van Kooten and welcome back to Discussion the Show. We're back with another one, another Real Housewives chat. As you guys can read by the title, today we are talking about the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3. Today was the finale. The finale premiered today. I watched it earlier this morning. And yeah, I want to talk about the finale. I want to talk about each season. I want to rank my seasons from most favorite to least favorite. Even though I liked all 3 seasons, but I want to rank them in order. And yeah, just talk about what has been going on throughout this season. Because I've only discussed episode 1. If you did not check out did I do episode? No, I think it was episode 1, 2, and 3. Yes, because the first 3 episodes was put out together. So yes, I will link that video up here in the cards. Definitely check it out. And then of course, in this video, I'm going to discuss the rest of the season. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I have the cast photo pulled up here. What I'm going to do is look through the cast photo and talk about what happened with each girl this season. That makes it much easier for me to remember all 7 episodes and what happened all 7 episodes. So yes, first things first, I'm going to start off with Whitney. And so this season with Whitney, she came in still being herself, still being her fun, light. Because Whitney gives very much light fun. She likes to have a good time. She likes to drink. She likes to party. And one thing that I liked about this season with Whitney, we saw her host a night. Of course, you know, if you don't know, an Ultimate Girls Trip, each girl hosts like a day activity or a night activity. And they basically host it and bring the girls into their element. So Whitney hosted a night where they had dinner. And then they danced on the pole. And her night was so much fun. I feel like for me, her night and probably Marisol's night was probably my 2 favorites. Because they looked like they just had a really good time. There was minimum arguing and bickering. It was definitely fun. Whitney just, like I said, she likes to have a good time. She was on the pole living her best life. And then she opened up about, you know, Justin getting fired because of the striptease, the game that they played with like the food and stuff. I forgot what the game was called, but she got fired because of that. But then she was like, but in the past year, I made more than Justin made in the previous year. I was like, period, let's go. And then she was like, how Justin was like, remember when you said you was gonna retire me? So blah, blah, blah. So, you know, you see the power dynamics because, you know, Justin was taking care of them in the beginning and now Whitney is taking care of them. So I think that's super cool. And then Justin, you know, he could probably focus on something else that he's been wanting to do and that he couldn't do. And of course, then we see in this episode, in the finale, Marisol and Alexia was being very judgmental to me towards Whitney, talking about, do you want your kids to see you in that light? And how would your kids feel? And how would their friends feel? And then they were just, to me, especially when, like, Alexia was tiptoeing around it, but then Marisol literally came out and was like, nah, I did not like that. That was trash behavior. Like, and I was like, I don't know. For me, I just feel like to each his own. If that's how you are, be yourself. That's really how I feel. Especially being an adult and being on reality TV. There's things that kids are going to see. There's things that people are going to see. People are going to hear. I just feel like when you're on a reality show and you're being authentically yourself, I am here for it. So whether her kids, something happened with her kids and the friends or whatever, that is, to me, that is Whitney's business. That is Whitney's problem. She will deal with it and she will speak to her kids the way she deals with it. And somebody else might deal with it differently. So I just feel like, let her do her, you know? And even Alexia was like, maybe I need to take some pointers from you and learn how to let go a little bit. And then Whitney was like, and I probably need to take some pointers from you and learn how to pull back a little bit. So I guess they learned something from each other. But even Whitney said she really didn't click with Alexia throughout the season. And then the previous episode, last episode, we saw Candace. I think Candace and Whitney got pretty cool. And then they were smoking weed in the last episode. And they got really high. And then Whitney said she smoked even before she smoked with Candace. So she was really high. That's why she went to go eat Portia's KFC. And when she went in the kitchen eating Portia's KFC, I was like, oh my God, no, she is not eating Portia's KFC right now. Because if you notice, throughout this whole entire season, Portia has been getting Pepsi to bring her KFC. And I think like the first 2 times she got Pepsi to bring it, and then the other times he was just bringing her KFC because he knew that she liked it. And I feel like Pepsi loves Portia. That's his favorite. Like, you can tell he loves Portia down. He even gave her a crown, a little hairpiece in the whole festival thing that they had on this last episode. So I was like, not Portia over here getting Popeyes delivered. I mean, KFC delivered the whole season. Which, because I saw people tweeting like, you went to a whole nother country to eat Popeyes. You guys don't understand. I keep saying Popeyes, KFC. You guys don't understand. KFC in other countries is way better than KFC in America. KFC in America has, You have KFC in another country, it is so good. It is better. It is fresher. The menu is different. Like, you gotta have KFC out of the country. So any other country you go to, Caribbean, whatever, go to the KFC there. I'm telling y'all, it will change your life. So I understand where Portia is coming from. It's way different. So speaking of Marisol and Alexia, they're the next 2 I want to talk about for the season. So of course, you know, besties, Marisol and Alexia came in this season, representing for Miami. And because I just finished watching Real Housewives of Miami, because Miami just ended, it feels like I just segued into Ultimate Girl Trip from just watching Miami. And we saw a little bit of tension between Alexia and Marisol in these throughout the season, but in this last episode for sure. Because we saw little tidbits of them getting annoyed with each other. Well, mostly to me, Alexia getting annoyed with Marisol. And especially this last episode, I feel like she really downplayed Marisol. Especially with her saying, she never sticks up for me. She's never on my side. And I'm like, there's moments where I'm like, Marisol sticks up for Alexia too much, and Alexia doesn't deserve it. Like, there's moments where Alexia is wrong and Marisol is sticking up for her. So for her to say that, I was like, nah, I didn't like that. And especially the fact that Marisol did not, like, defend herself in that moment. She said, yes, I do stick up for you. She didn't even say that. I was like, Marisol, you do stick up for her. And the moments where Marisol doesn't stick up for her, there's moments where she does it, where she thinks that Marisol does it, but she's wrong. Like, they showed back the moment where Alexia was accusing Adriana's man for still being married, and she was mad because Marisol was like, well, maybe they didn't update the website yet. And she's like, oh, shout out Marisol, da-da. Like, she got mad because Marisol wasn't defending her, but she was wrong. At the end of the day, she was wrong because the man wasn't married, and she just scrolled down to the bottom. So she wants Marisol to be on her side, but a true friend is going to tell a true friend when they are wrong. And in those situations where Marisol is not sticking up for her, she's not right in those situations. So I just feel like that was dumb, and I feel like Marisol should have sticked up for herself a little bit more in that situation. Like, yes, I do stick up for you, bro. But so yeah, this season with Alexia and Marisol, let me think. I'm gonna say Alexia. I've been saying this since Miami, but Alexia can dress. She is fly. I'm definitely going to say that. She pulled out some fly-ass fits throughout this season and in Miami as well. She's definitely fly. I will definitely say Miami has some of the best dressed housewives for sure. Definitely fly. Even Marisol. Marisol has pulled out some really good fits as well. Like I said, Marisol's night where they made drinks. That was probably one of my favorite nights or things that the housewife put together. I'm going to say Marisol. Like I said, Marisol and Whitney is probably my 2 favorite nights, where it had the least drama, the least people yelling and all that. The one thing I didn't like was Marisol and Alexia keep saying that Candace was loud. Like, even in this last episode, she said it again, like, oh, you're gonna have to buy me a hearing aid, all this yelling. I'm like, y'all be yelling too. And y'all are used to yelling. Like, please stop acting like Candace, this is the first time you've heard somebody yell. Like, that really pissed me off. Like, and there's moments where we see Marisol yelling and Alexia yelling. So I was just like, I didn't like that. Even Alexia brought up, oh, you acting like Candace right now yelling. I'm like, stop. This is not the first time you guys have heard yelling. You guys are on Housewives. You guys argue, fight, bicker all over Miami. So please stop the bullshit. Stop it. All right, next we got the Green Eye Bandit, Miss Giselle Bryant. Y'all already gonna know what I'm gonna say. Giselle's point of this whole season was that damn Casa Azul bottle. That was her storyline this whole season. First of all, she came on producing the show, okay? You know, I'm always here for a little producer moment from Giselle or from Kenya or whoever, but I also want to see you be a housewife. We have producers, we have creators. They hired you to be a real housewife. They did not hire you to be a producer. If you want to be a producer, then leave and be a producer. But let's be a housewife. One thing I can say about Kenya, yes, she has her moments where I feel like she's a producer, but she knows how to put on the producer hat, but she also knows how to put on the housewife hat and be a housewife and be with the girls. Giselle, I feel like she just be on producer. Like, be a housewife. Let's get to know you more. Stop with the surface level storylines. Like, even with this Casa Azul bottle, I get it, because I get both sides. I get it. If something that you paid money for goes missing, you're like, oh my God, what happened? I want it back. I get it. But on the flip side, I'm like, girl, you can buy another one. It's not like you can't buy another one. This is not the last Casa Azul bottle in the world. So I do get both sides, and let's do more. Like, this cannot be your storyline. These surface level things cannot be your storyline. Like, your storyline cannot be about a damn bottle of liquor, babes. And for her to keep going and going and going and going about it, then they at lunch having a nice time and she brings out the damn picture of the bottle. Like, I know Pepsi was annoyed at her. He was through. That's why at the end he ended up bringing her a new bottle of the Casa Azul. I was like, thank God, Pepsi. And can we talk about Pepsi? Yes, Pepsi, my favorite, what do I call him? House manager? Because, you know, each season they had somebody that was running shit. He is my favorite of all 3 seasons. Like, he was so sweet, so nice. He wanted the girls to have a good time and to see his country. And he just was not here for the drama. Like, he just wanted lightheartedness. And for him to start crying and be so emotional, you know, like, he really was invested. And I really feel like he was my favorite. I want Peacock to bring him to each season to run every single house, because he was so cool. Like, I need a Pepsi update every couple months. Like, where is he? What is he doing? Like, I need an update, because he just seems so sweet. Like, the sweetest man. The sweetest man. But yes, back to Giselle. Even when she was like, oh, she's not apologizing because he's getting paid. This is not his house. Like, I was like, girl, please stop. Please stop. And then fast forward to the end of this season, and we find out that it was Whitney and Heather. Bad Weather took the damn Casa Azul bottle. And the fact that Heather got dismissed from the case, and it was her this whole time, it was her and Heather this whole time. And then we see Leah giving Candace a bottle, which I'm gonna assume this is the new bottle that Pepsi got Giselle. Leah took the bottle and then gave it to Candace. But I want to know if Candace, Leah, and Bad Weather was part of it, of were they like the 4, like were they in cahoots? This is why we need a reunion. We need a reunion for Ultimate Girls Trip, because I want to wrap all of that up. All right, so next we have Candace. You guys know Candace got blamed for taking the damn Casa Azul bottle when she did not even do it. Because I just feel like, I knew she didn't take it, because I'm just like, Candace right now, she don't care for Giselle. So she's not even going to bother and take anything from her, because she doesn't even want to deal with Giselle. So I knew that she didn't. But it was funny to see Leah take the bottle and give it to her. That was funny. And Candace, this season, like I said, still my girl. That is my fave. I don't care what nobody say. Candace is my girl. She's funny. She gets emotional. She was riding with Leah throughout the season. She was the only one who really, like, checked and cared for Leah when Leah was going through her stuff. And still my girl. Still my girl. She had me weak in so many moments. Of course, calling Giselle neck. She had Leah calling Giselle neck. That was hilarious. Oh my God. The only thing you have to give is long necks and pipe something legs, string pipe legs. I forgot. No, she is hilarious. I don't care what nobody says. She's a key. Candace is a key. Like, her mouth can really destroy you, for real. Like what her tagline said last season, it's really, really true. As for me, Candace shows are all around. People be like, oh my gosh, she cries, the triangles and all that, but we get to see it all. We get to see her being fun. We get to see her being lighthearted. We get to see her being shady and messy. But we get to see emotions. And that's what we want to see of a housewife. We want to see all dynamics of the person. What's going on? What's going on with their family? She shows her family. All of that. We get to see it all. So I like Candace. I'm happy that she was here for Ultimate Girls Trip. And like I said in the beginning, that previous video that I did, I'm happy that they brought Giselle and her and not Giselle and Robin. I did not want to see another, what's reasonably shady, like, of Giselle and Robin together. Like, I'm glad they brought Candace with her. I really wish that Candace and Portia got along, because I could see them getting along. But it was one of those situations where you could see it going really well, but you could also see it going really bad. And of course you saw, I mean, it didn't go horrible, but of course it did go to the left. It wasn't great. Like, they had their moments throughout the season. And next, speaking of Portia, Portia's the next person I'm going to talk about. Also, I was happy to see Portia back on the screen. But Portia, I was like, it was moments where I'm like, get off your high horse with the whole, like, fighting and arguing and yelling and all that, because I'm like, babe, you fought your whole family. You fought Dennis. You was fighting down on Portia Family Matters. Like, let's not forget, babes. Let us not forget. How do we forget? Like, we don't have it recorded on tape. We could go back and watch the episodes. But of course, Portia had her moments. She had her moments where, as usual, even on Housewives, where I loved, where she was funny, because Portia is so funny, funny, lighthearted, and then she had her moments where I was just like, but that's to me with all Housewives. Like, I have my moments where I'm like, oh my god, they're so much fun, I like them, and then there's moments where I'm just like, all right, they're annoying, shut up. Because to me, as I get older, watching women, even I love Real Housewives, I love Housewives Down, but there's moments where I just don't want to see argue, fight. Like, I want to see fun. And I feel like a lot of these Housewives, not just talk about Ultimate Girls Trip, but Housewives in general, I feel like they have moved away a little bit from the fun. It's just drama. And I get it's reality TV. You have multiple women on a show. You're going to get a little bit of drama, but I want to see more of the fun and less of the drama. Like, I feel like it's more drama than fun. But again, it was nice to see Portia back on the screen. And yeah, next we're going to talk about Heather. So of course, the whole season, everybody thinks that Jen punched Heather. I feel the same way. I think that Jen punched Heather. She doesn't want to say it because, of course, she is ride or die and she doesn't want to make Jen look bad. Jen is in jail now. She doesn't want to make it look worse. And Jen is not a good friend. She's definitely not ride or die for Heather. So I feel like she should just come out and say it. But she want to have this whole loyalty thing because she doesn't want Jen. I don't know. I'm like, does Jen have something on you? I don't know. But looking at Heather this whole season, you know, she had her thirsty moments, especially like, she's like, oh my God, when her and Giselle, oh, the mean girl wants me to be friends with her. The mean girl wants to talk to me. Like, it was very moments of thirstiness. Like, babe, you are in a housewife show too. Like, relax, okay? It was, I don't know. Like, I get you wanted to meet the other girls, you were excited to meet them, but it's some things where I'm just like, But I'm glad that she did stick up for herself in the moment with her and Giselle. I'm glad that she did speak up. She didn't just talk behind the back and then just act like she didn't say nothing. I'm happy that she spoke up for herself. And I'm happy that her and Whitney made up. I hope that continues and I hope that they communicate and that relationship gets better because I do like seeing her and Whitney together. Like, it's really fun. The whole bad weather. We want bad weather together, all right? And last but not least, we are going to talk about Miss Leah. And Leah was gone half of the show. You know, watching Real Housewives of New York, I liked Leah. There's moments where I was like, I like her, that's my girl. And there's moments where I did not care for her. But overall, I like Leah. And I wanted her to bring that, like, fun party girl to Ultimate Girls Trip. And she didn't bring that. Like, she was dry heaving, throwing up, taking shits, have her period, which of course that's like natural to have your period, but the whole not wear underwear with your period, I'm like, girl, what kind of period you got? Because give me that one where I have to wear underwear. Like, what? Girl, where's your underwear? But I just feel like there was moments, and I hate to say it, I hate to sound ridiculous, I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but I feel like she was, at moments she was faking for attention. I don't think it was, and I hate to say it, I don't want to say knock on wood, I hope she wasn't faking, but it was certain moments where it was given like she just wanted attention and she wanted to she didn't like the pressure and everybody on her, so she just wanted to like escape from it. So that's how I felt. Maybe she was sick. Of course, I do believe she probably was dehydrated because it is hot, and she probably did, but I just feel like if she was this, she dragged it and made it more than what it was. That's how I feel. I just wanted to see that fun Leah, and I don't think we got to see that. I don't think the viewers that didn't really know Leah, because of course there's people that don't watch Housewives of New York, so they didn't really know who she was. So watching her on this show, they're like, oh, I hate Leah. But they didn't really get to see her, because we didn't really get to see her through the season. She was barely there, let's be real. So yeah, y'all. Now ranking. Let's rank. I said in the first review that I did for Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, this was my favorite season. Now that I'm at the end, yeah, we gonna change our mind. We gonna change our mind. My favorite season will definitely be Season 2. Season 2 is number 1. And then I'm going to say Season 1. And then I'm going to say Season 3 is my last. So Season 2 is first, Season 1 is second, and then Season 3 is last. After watching all the episodes, yes, I'm definitely going to say that's my order. But Season 2 was a key. Like, I would literally go back and watch Season 2 again because it was so funny. Like, it was so good. And I'm happy that some of those girls are coming back for Season 4. They're actually going to a location and going on a trip. So I'm definitely excited to see that. Season 4 should be coming soon. I'm pretty sure they're filming right now. So hopefully we get it at the end of 2023. That would be great. Of course, I will be here to talk about it when the trailer or whatever comes out. But yes, y'all, comment down below. Let me know what you think of Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, episodes 1 through 7. Comment that down below. Of course, subscribe to the channel to see more. Like the video. Follow me on my social medias. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Love.